Hey guys, I was just checking out some stuff online. I came across something I think you're going to find very, very interesting. And then I want to tell you about an experience I had. And then I want to ask you a question, or at least put the thought in your head for you to think about this when it comes to dating outside of the race. I hate that word, but this for me is very interesting. I didn't get much sleep and I've been tongue tied in my words, which is not common for me at all. I really want to go over this article with you. Let's see what it says. All right. Okay, guys, so it says, my white boyfriend told me to grow an afro. I thought this was so amazing. Okay, so it says, I took the plunge and stopped relaxing my hair a few years ago, and I haven't looked back. There's a lot to go through here. Let's see here. Okay. Personal preference. He just likes afros. He's a child of the 1980s. What can I say? For whatever reason, he romanticized the images of them. He's Generation X. Somehow movies like The Warriors left the impression on him that afros are attractive. I mean, they're so he's not wrong. I mean, they are, so he's not wrong. I just assumed that being a white man, he'd prefer me to have Euro type hair, long, straight, flowing, or something. Nope, that's not what he's into. Then it goes on to talk about feminism. I knew no one who was natural or had an afro. I was afraid of attempting something that I didn't really understand. Yeah, I did to my hair what my mom and aunts did to theirs and never questioned it. I was afraid to step out into unknown territory, or at least I thought it was unknown. I started to notice the women in Brooklyn who had afros. And then when we went home to visit my family in Virginia, I discovered that a couple of the women in my family were actually natural too. Now they didn't have afros, which is why I hadn't realized it. Now they didn't have afros, which is why I hadn't. Oh, okay. They were natural in that they didn't get relaxers anymore. Okay. But that was enough to assure me that I would have people I trusted to turn to for advice. Interesting. The leap. I took the plunge and stopped relaxing my hair a few years ago, and I haven't looked back. I wish I'd done it sooner. I actually wish I'd never gotten a relaxer before ever. But oh well, I can't change the past. I'm just happy I didn't let my fear or misguided ideas of feminism stop me from doing something that saved me time, money, connected me to my natural beauty. Yes, I'm going to say it in this specific instance. I'm truly grateful for a white man's entitlement. Yes, and I don't see it as entitlement. I think that a human being can make a suggestion and you can do what they're suggesting or not. It doesn't have to be this whole thing. And I didn't read that one because for me it doesn't ring true. Where she says, where she talks about the whole entitlement thing. Okay, yeah, so she says, but some people will understand this, so I'll read it. The entitlement of white men is notorious and well documented. They think nothing of laying claim to land they just sailed their ships up to, and forcing their religion upon other cultures they haven't designed. I don't know this word. Dined? Deigned to understand. Also, boat shoes. I don't know what that is. Therefore, it should not surprise you to hear that after spending a few years in a relationship with me, a black woman, my white man, started to have some ideas about my hair, his preferences for the way it looked, and how I spend my time caring for it. Essentially, he wanted me to stop getting relaxers, go natural, and wear my hair in the style of an afro. Okay, so when I first started this video, I said that I would talk about me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I had a white boyfriend that when I met him, I was wearing like wigs and weaves, right? And then later I went natural and he started to do something. And I talked to a friend of mine about this and I can't remember. Yeah, and that person was looking at me really weird. So when I went natural, my white boyfriend started rubbing his fingers in my natural hair as we were doing, you know what? And the person I was telling looked like I was supposed to be so offended, but I wasn't. But I was offended later. But now, like 5 years later, I'm not offended. I like it. Let me tell you why. There's a lot of people who are of my, I hate this word, race, who run from textured hair. They run from it. Why do you think so many people date out? It's because they're running from the features of their ethnicity, okay? That's how it is. So now when I look back and I'm like, oh, that white guy was touching my natural hair. Yeah, he probably thought it was a turn on. Yeah, he was probably fetishizing me, but I'm really happy he wasn't running from me, because how would that make me feel? So basically, what I'm saying is, if I would rather a man be touching and liking and loving than running and me having to feel like what's not right about me. Straight goods. So I don't know how you feel about it. That's how I see it. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, he's white. He shouldn't be doing that. And it's very like, they might say, oh, it's very like slave master like. But I'm not looking at it like he's white. I'm like looking at it like he's a man and I'm a woman. And at the end of the day, I have my needs. And at the end of the day, he has his needs. He could be any color. Really, he could be Asian. And listen, let me just address this really, really, really quickly. If you don't think that there's black men that like black women and will do the same thing to a black woman, you're kidding yourself. There's people who like black features as well who do the same thing. Okay? Okay, I know a lot of you aren't going to get that, or it's going to take some time to sink in. So I think whatever a man likes is what a man likes. What a woman likes is what a woman likes. I think people need to honestly stop putting color on everything so much. We are getting so lost in this colorism. At the end of the day, we're just people, right? I gotta go. I love you all, my kings and queens. Bye for now.